Working hard will not make you rich. Well, not working hard alone. Working smart and working hard, of course, that'll get you to where you're trying to go. But majority of people actually believe simply working hard will get you where you're trying to go. And trust me, it won't. I know because I tried. In all the years of me working hard, I remained broke and I did not get anywhere. But although I did not get anywhere, I did learn something. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why working hard, well, simply working hard, will not make you rich. Let's get into it. The first reason why just working hard will not make you rich: everyone has a earning potential. So all of us have jobs, and at those jobs, we all make a certain salary, or our income is capped off at some point, which is our earning potential. And majority of us do not make enough to simply just work that job and be able to pay for everything that we need. So that means we would have to either get a side hustle or a secondary job in order to pay for everything that we need. But that means that we capped off our earning potential at our single job, meaning we will have to find income elsewhere. And just working hard at that job that you now maxed out your earning potential, it does not mean you're going to make more money. It just means you're working harder. So that's one of the reasons why simply working hard will not get you where you're trying to go. Let's use, for example, your earning potential is $100,000 a year. You only can make $100,000 a year. So you can't really go beyond that unless you get a side hustle or you get a secondary job, which then you can invest that money into other things that will make you more money. But until you get to that threshold, you don't really have money to put into other things, meaning you will be exactly where you are today next year and the following year, which meaning your hard work is literally not paying off. And I'm sure there will be some people that say, but you can get a raise, and that 3% raise will not even be beating inflation. So did you really even get a raise? And the next reason that I want to follow up with that one, there's only but so much time in the day. So even if you wanted to spend a ton of time and making a ton of money, let's say you're an hourly worker, so you get paid based off the hours that you give an employer. You only can work 24 hours in a day, but let's be real, we can't work 24 hours in a day. So you only really can work at max, I would say maybe 14 to 15 hours a day. And that's someone working to the max every single day, if the job even allow you to. And even if you had a high hourly wage, that does not account for you becoming rich. So no matter how hard you work, you only gonna make as much as your hourly pay is. So this is one of the biggest reasons that people with a poor mindset never get to that next level, because they truly believe if they keep working hard, they will eventually make a lot of money, which it doesn't make sense. Now, if you did work hard, made a lot of money, and reinvest all the money you made in certain investments and assets, then of course, then it can compound over time and actually make you rich. But majority of people aren't thinking like that. They are thinking, if I just keep working hard and save my money in a savings account that's not even a high yield savings account, eventually I will be rich. And that is just not the case. The third reason why working hard will never make you rich is people don't understand value versus working hard. So your boss probably don't work as hard as you. Let's be honest. Your boss don't work as hard as you, but the boss has more value than you. So although you feel like you should be paid more because you're out actually doing physical work or physical labor, or you have to put more mental stress on your mind in order to do your job, you still don't make as much as the boss, simply because the boss learned to leverage value, and value is more important than how much work you can do in a day, because depending on how much value you have, you get paid based off of how much value you can provide to another individual. So it does not really matter how much work you can do in a day. As a matter of fact, it hurts you with the mindset thinking that if I do a bunch of work in a day, I will make a bunch of money, rather than if I provide a bunch of value in a day, I would make a bunch of money. Let's think about the website Amazon.com. How many orders in a day do you think Amazon get? Let's be honest here. But let's say you were a technician, like heating and air, or electrician, or a plumber. How many houses do you think you can hit in a day? Both of them offer great value, but one of them only can do but so much in a day when the other is going nonstop 24/7. And in that case, I would say both of those serve two different purposes. But unfortunately for the technicians, because they can't be everywhere 24/7, they are capped off at a certain earning potential. And that is one of the reasons why you would want to avoid something like that versus doing something that can go for 24/7. And let's be clear, this is not saying you can't get rich as an electrician, heating in there, or a plumber. Because like I said, if you take the money you earn and invest it, then you definitely will most likely become rich. But I'm just saying you have to read out what's more valuable than one thing and what people are looking for in another. Following up with the last reason why working hard will not make you rich is just because you work hard do not mean you have an audience or you have reach. And what I mean by that is if you go to the desert and start digging up sand for no reason, you will not get paid for that. But you are working hard. I mean, you are digging sand in the desert. I mean, that sounds crazy. But let's be honest. If you were to go to somebody's yard or sell some landscaping and start digging in that yard, it might have a little bit of value attached to it as well. And basically what I'm trying to say is simply working hard without having an audience or having the reach, it does not get you anywhere, because I've seen plenty of people working extremely hard at their business or at their job. What are you working hard at? You have to realize that whatever you're doing, it has to have an audience. It has to have a market. It has to have something for you to be able to work towards. Because if you're in something that has a market cap or does not have an audience or reach, it really won't get you anywhere. It won't get you far. And trust me, I know this because that was one of the biggest mistakes I made. I was working hard at something that just did not have the reach, not the reach I wanted, or it wouldn't have got me to the earning potential that I wanted to get to in my life. So you really have to read the markets and understand why you're doing something and how much reach does this have, because you can work day in and day out. And if there's nobody there, you're not going to get anything. That's just the way it is. But a lot of people have the mentality of, if I just work extremely hard, this will work for me eventually. But that's exactly what I'm trying to say. It will not work because there's nothing to work there. So make sure you understand that before you put your blood, sweat, and tears into something. So let's be honest, we all like to pat ourselves on the back when we worked hard, but that does not mean we got any further than where we were when we started whatever we were doing. It just means we worked hard. That just means we put more effort into the thing, not meaning it was effective. And that's really what you have to look for when you're doing something. That's why when people say work smarter, not harder, they literally mean that. When you work smarter, you actually progress towards the thing that you're trying to reach rather than just working hard. And it's almost like you're pushing sand at the beach. It's like, okay, yeah, you did something, but did that thing actually do anything for you? And that's what you have to look for. But with that being said, I'll see y'all on the next one.